Hey everybody, this is episode 5 of Life as a Flight Attendant. So episode 5 is going to be discussing training, and I have my little notes here. So I'll be discussing about flight attendant training. So again, if you're in training, congratulations, you made it. You're almost to your wings, and whether your training is 4 weeks or 8 weeks, you made it. You just gotta get over this training to get your wings and be pulling your suitcase through the airport and slinging drinks and helping people. So these are just some quick tips you'll need for training. You will receive all the information of what is required for training, such as your what you can wear, what you can, if you're going to have casual Fridays, what you can wear on casual Fridays. I went to training Monday through Saturday and had Sundays off, and Fridays and Saturdays were casual days for us, meaning that we can wear jeans and like tennis shoes or stuff like that. So, but they will let you, your airline will let you know what all you can wear on your casual days. What I just did was wear jeans and like a cute top and like some Oxfords or whatever. Those are the days that I only wore my flats because that's usually the days that you do a lot of the hands-on stuff, like get down in there and do CPR, or like on our casual day we went down the slide and stuff like that. So and then they'll also let you know your dress code and what you are responsible for wearing during your non-casual days if you don't have casual if it's not casual across the board. But make sure you pack school supplies as much as you may think you're over school supplies. You need to pack them. If your airline does allow you to bring a laptop or a tablet to take your notes on that, then that's fine. But get notebooks, a 3-ring binder and paper, pens, highlighters, whatever you need to take your notes. And then make flashcards. Like if you know that you need to memorize how many seats are in certain aircrafts, make flashcards for that. Your airport codes, which is one of your most important tests, is one of your first tests. So your airport codes, you'll need to make flashcards. So just get some flashcards, index cards, and do your so you can study your airport codes. Let's see. Also, your airport code test is usually your first test, and it's on either the first or second day. And as much as it hurts me to tell you this, that if you don't pass your airport codes test, that'll be the end of training for you. So just make sure you study your airport codes. You don't have to know all the airport codes for all airlines. You just need to know your carrier's airport codes. It's usually multiple choice, and then it's usually not all. Some are all. Mine wasn't all. It was 50. It was 40 domestic and 10 international. So just make sure you're studying all of them because you never know which ones are going to be on the test. Also, just your note-taking skills for your test is having those essential things because they don't provide them. The only thing they're going to provide is your manual, which you need to take notes out of, and you can't write in your manual, so you can't take notes in your manual. And then during training, they may allow you to use like sticky notes, sticky tabs to put in your manual so you can go back for a reference. But other than that, they don't really like to allow you to manipulate your manual anyway. It's not just the company policy, it's the FAA policy. So if there's anything in your manual, I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to put back my roll thing. If FAA comes on board and there's anything in your manual that's not supposed to be, you can get fined for it, and it's so much money per page that is out of place, anything that's in there that's not supposed to be, and then you can get written up for it. So just make sure you don't do anything to your manual that you're not allowed to, especially even in training. So Even if you know like all your aircraft equipment is on this page, take a notebook, write what pages you need to know out of your manual on that page, notebook page, and then just go use that as a reference. Let's see. If your airline isn't providing you a lunch, like where I trained, we had breakfast and dinner provided by the hotel. It was the same thing every single day. And yes, it got tiring. So luckily I had a refrigerator and microwave in my room. And on Sundays they took us to the grocery store. Oh no, every other day, like Tuesdays and Thursdays, they would take us to the grocery store, and on Sundays they would take us to the local mall so we can get what we needed. So just make sure that and find out if they're providing lunch for you. They did not provide lunch for us. There was a food truck that came at lunchtime, and then also there was vending machines with lunch items, and I also just packed my lunch. Um, I just on the days that I need to go to the grocery store, I would buy my groceries for the week to take my lunch. I'd get anything that I needed for my snacks because you're there anywhere between 8 to 12 hours a day. So you just want to make sure you have snacks and all that stuff. And it's a lot cheaper than the vending machine. And then you know you have the options you want right there. So if you can just take a little lunch box until you can purchase. I didn't take one. And then I end up buying my company issued lunchbox, and that came first. So I ended up using that for the rest of the time I trained. But plastic bags are fine. It's just they break, they tear, stuff like that. So if you can take a little lunchbox with you, if they don't provide lunch, I would do that. Um, also, uh, pack your vitamins or anything that needs to keep you 100% healthy. Like I said, I take vitamin C, L-lysine, biotin. Let's see, a woman's one a day. Anything I need to keep my body healthy. I pack Benadryl. I pack a non-drowsy allergy med because I have really bad allergies. Um, like anything that you need to be 100% healthy, because you're not allowed to miss that many training days. And if you get sick, they can be like, well, you've missed so many days, so we have to remove you from training. And that's very unfortunate. So you got to make sure you stay healthy for the month or 2 months you're in training. Also pack fun clothes just for fun. Like on Saturday nights, we got out of training early, and then we knew we didn't have training on Sunday. So on Saturday nights, they took us to this area where you can go bar hopping or go to dinner and stuff. So you may want to go hang out with your crew. My first Saturday there, I went to dinner with some of the people I'm still really close to. One actually, a couple didn't make it through training, but we're still really, really close. And you just never know what you may want to do. You may want to go out there and go for ice cream. You may want to go shopping. You know, it's a new city if you're going to a new city for training. So just pack fun clothes. Just don't always pack your business casual, and don't always pack your club clothes. Certain clothes are not appropriate for training, even whenever you are going into a place where you are allowed to be casual. Like we always went to Lolo's Chicken and Waffles. It was our place. It was our spot. We would go have dinner after we made it through a week, and we would have chicken and waffles and fried and Kool-Aid. They have Kool-Aid and everything. But I was in Phoenix, so I packed a sundress and some cute sandals, and like because the wherever you're at your training, the training, wherever you're staying, the people are usually close to who facilitates your training. So you don't want them to be like, so and so was looking like this while we dropped her off or him off, and this and another are acting like this, or we picked them up and they were just super drunk. So just be cautious that you're still there for your job. I'm still working off my notes. Oh, make sure you pack a backup watch. You're required by the FAA to have a working watch. I have 3 watches. I have a black one, a gold one, and a silver one. I always keep 2 on me just in case the battery dies, and then I also keep a spare battery. And then make sure it's not too big and not too gaudy. Just look in your company guidelines on what your watches are. Just go get you 2 little cheapy ones from Target or Walmart or, wherever. You may have your big designer one, but you never know when your watch is going to die on you, and a cell phone is not allowed to be your working watch. So just make sure you have at least, I would just suggest to take 2 watches because you're required to have it. Also I packed a battery operated alarm because one night it monsooned in Phoenix and the power went out and my phone did not charge and it died. So luckily I would always, like, you can have the hotel do a wake up call, but if it's a person doing the wake up call, don't do it. But if it's like an automated system, that's fine. I'd have the automated system do a wake up call. I'd have I had my alarm set on my phone, and then I had the battery operated alarm. So if anything failed, one would go off and I would never oversleep. So I magically made it through training without oversleeping. Some days I would just want to lay there and sleep till the last minute. But I always had one was set at 5, then would be set up 5:10 and then 5:15 because I knew I had to be up by 5:15 at the latest to do what all I needed to do to be out downstairs, eat breakfast, and then be on the van on time. So because you never know when you may need it. Also, with studying, take your time with studying. Just take your time. You know your study habits, you know how you study, you know how you test. So take time to yourself to study, and then also take time to study in groups. But just make sure you're retaining the knowledge. Don't be in the group and somebody answer and you're like, yeah. And then whenever it comes to the test, you're like, wait. But I remember so-and-so answered it, but I can't remember the answer. Make sure you can answer all the questions on your own without being in a group. So that is pretty much it for episode 5 and how you're going to survive training. And then after you finish training, you'll get your fabulous uniforms and wings and be rocking through the airport. And so that is episode 5. I have a few more episodes coming up. I'm going to do like 12, like an actual series of 12. Next is appearance, and then we'll go over line holders versus, it's just a bunch of stuff going up. But that's about it. I am currently in Denver and it is 11:38 p.m. So yeah, just training is pretty much like going to college for your work. So make sure I went to business school first before I went to design school. It is very strenuous. We had to dress business attire, stuff like that. So just be prepared to deal with the personalities you'll have the mean girls, the suave guys, the, stuck up people, the older people. There'll be cliche cliques, but just know you're there for a goal and you guys all have the common goal of finishing training, graduating, and getting your wings. So that is about it, you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow, and stay fly. Bye.